In the heart of the darkness, every spark reveals a story you never wanted to hear. Mia lived alone in a small apartment complex. One evening, she ordered food and dozed off while waiting. She woke up to a notification on her phone. Motion detected at your front door. She assumed it was the delivery driver, but when she checked the camera, it wasn't. The screen showed a man in a cracked, expressionless white mask, standing completely still in front of her door. He wasn't holding food. He wasn't knocking. He was just there. Her heartbeat raced. Was it a prank? A mistake? She waited, hoping he would leave. But after 2 minutes, he hadn't moved. Then, without warning, he tilted his head sharply to the side, as if he had just noticed the camera. Slowly, he raised a hand and waved at her. Mia backed away from the door, heart pounding. She checked the locks, secure. The police would take too long to arrive, so she texted her neighbor, Adam, asking if he could check. Seconds later, the doorbell rang. Another notification popped up. Motion detected. She checked again. The masked man was gone. Instead, Adam stood there, confused. When she opened the door, Adam shook his head. "There was no one here," he said. She replayed the footage for him. They watched as the masked figure stood, waved, and then, just before Adam arrived, crouched down and crawled out of the camera's view. That night, Mia barricaded her door. But as she lay in bed trying to sleep, a soft scratching sound came from outside her window. It was on the second floor. Like and subscribe now. Are you brave enough to join the hunt? Jake had recently moved into a quiet suburban neighborhood. Wanting to feel secure, he installed a doorbell camera that sent real-time notifications to his phone. Most nights it was just the occasional delivery or a passing cat, but one night something different appeared. At 3:12 a.m. his phone buzzed. Motion detected at your front door. Half asleep, he opened the app and saw a figure standing motionless on his porch. The person didn't knock, ring the bell, or move, just stood there, barely visible in the dim glow of the porch light. Jake stared at the screen, trying to make sense of what he was seeing. The figure was tall, unnaturally thin, and seemed to be wearing dark clothing. He switched to live audio and whispered, "Hello?" No response. Then the figure tilted its head slowly, like it had heard him. It stepped back into the darkness, disappearing beyond the camera's range. Disturbed, Jake rewound the footage to take a closer look. But when he did, his blood ran cold. The figure had no discernible face, just a pale, featureless surface where eyes and a mouth should have been. For the next several nights, the motion alerts continued, always at 3:12 a.m. But whenever he checked, the figure would just stand there motionless before vanishing into the night. The police found no footprints, no evidence of anyone ever being there. One morning, exhausted, Jake decided to stay awake until 3:12 a.m. and watch his porch in real time. When the notification came, he braced himself, but this time the screen was black. The camera had stopped working. Then from just outside his window, he heard a tap,